Hey guys, I'm Eric Roberts, and this is 5 quick pro secrets to successful electric guitar playing. Check this out. So I'm jamming here. Look. You know, none of that comes just overnight. None of this comes easy. All this takes time and effort. And I want to talk to you guys about those 5 things. So 5 things on my list today are a guitar you can easily play. That's really number 1. I have a lot of guitars. There's some up here. There's some everywhere. They're all over the place. I've had a lot of guitars in my life, but you gotta find a guitar that's easy for you to play. One that feels good in your hand. One that makes you feel good, really, just one that feels like your guitar. I was talking to my wife the other night. I had my best gift ever given to me was a red electric guitar. And I'll show it to you later. It's up there. But I just remember it. I was about 14 years old. My parents stuck it I think it was under the Christmas tree. You know, I think it's such an amazing moment, but now I can't remember. It was a Christmas, birthday, whatever, it doesn't matter. Because I took that guitar, I set it up on my dresser, I covered it up at night, you know, just to make sure no dust got on it, and it became a part of me. And that's what you got to do. You got to find a guitar that's right for you. Go to Guitar Center, go wherever you need to go to a small guitar shop, and find a guitar that you like, that you can afford, that you like, or if you can't afford it, just go get some friends and be like, hey, I need a better guitar, and I've watched this video on YouTube, and I have to have this, you need to give me money. You know, it's important. A guitar that you can easily play. The action is right. It feels right. Is it a Tele? Is it a Stratocaster? Is it a Les Paul? I mean, I've had Les Pauls most of my growing up, but I'm back to this. This is the guitar I go to. I have a bunch of guitars hanging on the wall. I just grabbed this one because I just like it. It's just part of me right now in this moment. All right, number 2 is tone. Guys, scratchy, crappy tone is going to make you sound like a scratchy, crappy guitar player. So just work on the tone. I've got more videos on my channel about my pedal board, but it's not really about expensive, you know, buying the biggest, most expensive pedals. It's not about, you know, getting these big amps or it's just about good tone. You just pick something up, whether it's just a simple effects processor or a simple amp, and just learn how to dial in good tone. So since we're talking about tone, let me show you just some basic. This is just plugged into an Ibanez tube screamer on my pedal board, and maybe a couple little other things that I show you in other videos. But this is the neck pickup of my guitar. You know, it sounds running direct into the board is pretty good. It sounds good. If I plugged it into my amp and mic'd it up and all that, I could get it a little even better. But I got a little reverb on there. I've got just a little bit of, for my playing style, the tone I want, as I like that woody, kind of bluesy sound. But if I put it down here on this, is a humbucker. This is a single space humbucker. And it sounded kind of, before I started the video, I thought, oh, it sounds kind of yucky, crunchy. Actually, it sounds pretty good now. But you just want something that sounds right. You know, if you learn how to tweak your own pedals, your own guitar, your own pickups, get involved in the tone. You know, if I were to come over here, and I'm going to try to show you, I don't know that I can create any bad tone off this pedal board, actually. I turned all this down like this, and I tried to play some leads. Oh man, I'm struggling here to make this be bad. What I can think of is like these little practice amps, or one time some guy was playing guitar. He had all of the pedals were turned down to, like, all of the treble was turned down on the guitar and the pedal, and it just sounded mush. It sounded like just like mush. And he was trying to play like power chords, and it just sounded like junk. And I just went up and like turned up the treble a little bit, turned a couple knobs on his guitar, picked a different pickup, and I was like, oh, that's it. That's it. So use your common sense. This is what the pros do. They work on their tone. So even as an early beginner, if you come up and play just the most basic chords, but you have like a good tone, you know, you can create some adds with some just some nice reverb. And you go like, oh, that sounds pretty good. That's just basic stuff on the guitar that sounds good because of the tone. Number 3 is know the fretboard. Know what's going on up here. It's like if you were a piano player and you sat down at the piano and you thought you didn't know where middle C was and you didn't know how the scales worked at all, and you decided, I think I'm going to play this. The guitar is a little confusing. It's laid out weird. It's got a bunch of different strings and frets going everywhere. As a beginner, I have some really easy trick, really easy, I think one of the best easy tricks to memorize the fretboard on the guitar, at least to understand what the notes are and then how to deduce any other note all over the fretboard. Check it out. There's a link in the description for the Guitar Confidence about learning notes. Basically, it's easy to memorize. It's easy to memorize. You don't have to get these really complicated programs and try to figure out all of these different patterns and scale patterns. You don't need all that. You just need to understand how it's laid out and how to basically know what notes you're kind of playing when you're playing them, okay? But don't worry, guitar players aren't playing like E, F, G, A, B, C, D, C, D. We're not thinking about notes. We're thinking about patterns and licks and riffs, and I show you a lot of that in my Confidence series. All right, number 4, relative minors. Relative minors. This is successful secrets for lead guitar playing. If you must know music theory in a way that you can apply it to the solo. Relative minors, understanding those is very key. I put it on this list because I believe that that's what carried me on in my early days of being a lead guitar player. I was always the lead guitar player. I knew a couple chords, a couple scales, a couple major, and one minor. The minor pentatonic is really the main one I knew, and then a couple majors, and I just understood if you're playing in this key of G, I'm going to go up here to E minor, and I'm going to play a minor pentatonic. And that's what this sounds like. That's what I was doing in the front of the video. That's the minor pentatonic. That's the minor pentatonic open, so I'm just moving around. So I'm just playing very simple minor pentatonic scale, but I'm understanding that the relative minor of the key, I'm just understanding where to go. Where do I go? Don't just stand there looking at the guitar like, pros, they kind of get it, they got a sense of where to go. And I, as an early player, and even all the way through to now, I just know certain patterns that I'm really comfortable with, and I get comfortable, and that's point number 5. Stay in the zone. Play where you're comfortable and build your confidence. So wherever you are in your journey, if you only know one scale, then just only ever play the one scale when you're at a gig, when you're jamming, when you're with friends. They want you to play in the key of G. It's like, well, I only know one scale, so I'm going to be here. So check that out. I only know one scale. Keep it simple. This is all minor pentatonic. So it's I'm just showing you very simple minor pentatonic stuff that you could do all day. People will be like, yeah, what's up? If you want to get crazy with it and be like, oh, okay, this guy's pretty good, but what's he got? So you can get crazy with it too, just by doing some bends, but I never left the minor pentatonic scale. Yeah, really, the early days, all I was doing is playing a minor pentatonic scale and doing some licks and doing some really feely bends. and people are like, man, that guy's awesome, I want him to be in my band, and you show him doing your stuff. Like, don't worry about all of the millions of scales and modes and all this stuff. That's stuff that you're going to learn as you go. But the secrets of the pros, we stay where we're comfortable. We stay in a zone. And when you find that the minor pentatonic scale and a couple lead licks and all that that you learn, you get comfortable with, get people like excited and people like, man, that's awesome, then just be comfortable where you are as a guitar player. Then you can enjoy playing the guitar and being a decent, good guitar player without having to feel like you're just always in this feeling of I'm not good enough, or I need to know more, or I got to do more. Of course you can do that, but you want to have fun too. All right, make sure if you like this video, share the video with your friends, and especially bass playing friends. Like the video, give me a thumbs up, and I will see you on the next video. If you want to know more, if you want to learn to study, check out the courses in the description. I've got a bunch of courses and a bunch more videos for you. God bless you guys. I'll see you on the next video.